What's up, guys, and welcome back. Today we're going to review the hip hinge, otherwise known as a deadlift, which is basically the ability to bend at the hips while maintaining integrity in the spine, and an excellent way to train the hamstrings, glutes, and spinal erectors. Now, how I cue this up initially for my clients is actually with a stick, and this is going to make sure that we have the proper alignment and technique before we actually load the pattern. So starting from a neutral stance here, that is toes forward, feet hip width apart, we're going to put the stick behind us and we're going to look to make contact at 3 points, right? So the back of the head, the upper back, and the butt crack. And we're not going to lose contact with any of these 3 points throughout the entire movement. Also mindful to keep the elbows back, as you'll notice that they might want to roll forward on you as you bend. So working with a slight bend in the knee here, but just slight, we'll take our sip of air in and begin to bend forward. Now right away you're going to notice a nice stretch in the hamstrings, but hold here at the bottom of the movement for a second to ensure that your alignment is still very much present. So the stick is making contact at all 3 points and elbows are back. And then forced exhale as we stand tall. And also keep an eye on what my head is doing here, because this will come into play when we load the pattern. As I bend at the hips, I'm going to allow my head to stay in neutral and my eyes to trail to the floor just about a foot in front of my toes. A lot of times we have the habit of trying to look up into a mirror, but here I'd like for you to keep your head in neutral and just focus on feeling and engaging. Now, once you've mastered the movement with the stick, you have the adequate range of motion, you're able to keep the shoulders and elbows back, the best way to load this pattern is with a dumbbell or kettlebell in each hand here. And the reason being is this is going to allow for better shoulder retraction at the top of the movement. So working out of that neutral stance again, nothing much changes here. Shoulders are going to stay back and down. Take that sip of air in as you bend. And then I'm maintaining engagement in my upper back, so not allowing for any of this rounding to take place. Locking that scapula back, heads in neutral, slight bend to the knee. We're gonna pause here at the bottom, mindful to keep my shoulders and hips in a nice smooth line, flat back tabletop, and then stand tall. So there you guys have it, a really effective way to start your hip hinge with a stick, ensuring that you have that alignment, that technique, and then an excellent way to load the pattern to really promote shoulder retraction and posture. Now, if you noticed initially that the hamstrings are tight or that you had trouble keeping the shoulders back and down, there's a couple of videos in the description below with some hamstring stretches and some correctives to help you with that scapular retraction. Excellent for posture and will come into play with a lot of movements that we'll be reviewing here. 3 to 4 sets is an excellent place to start for about 10 to 15 reps each set. And in future videos, we're going to progress the deadlift into different variations. As always, I hope you guys found this useful. And if you did, please like, subscribe, and share with family and friends. And I look forward to catching you guys next time.